Alrighty, guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good day. Chad, how you doing, man? How has Resident Evil 4 been treating you? And the Helldivers? I saw a little bit of that. We're back. Oh my god. I actually thought this was going to be a really slow news day because all the way up until Friday, it was pretty dead. It was just like Nintendo Switch 2 news, which, yes, we'll eventually get there. Then I don't know what happened. Somehow between Friday and Saturday, we had a bunch of stuff happen. So, yeah, let's get to the news and see how many trailers we can get through. But I really thought this was going to be mostly a trailer show today. Apparently not. Nope, that's not the right thing. We love the cats, but there's no cat there right now. So, let's start with our first news story of the day. Monster Hunter Wilds tops 10 million units sold in its first month, setting a company first sales record. Additionally, the first free title update is scheduled for April 4th, which will add a fan favorite monster as well as a grand hub in a new in-game settlement where players can gather and communicate with each other, followed by a second title update, which is scheduled to release in the summer. So, good for them. Capcom, kicking butt, as usual. And apparently setting records for themselves, which is another amazing thing considering how many companies out there are struggling. Apparently. AAA has not been the greatest thing for a lot of companies, so there you go. You talk about Monster Hunter Wilds. Yes, they set a record for the most units sold in the first month for them. So, yeah. Following that news, we got the Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass. Let's see. We have Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition on Cloud Console and PC April 3rd, which is out now. All You Need is Help on console, which is available now. Still Wakes the Deep on Xbox X and S, which is out now. Wargroove 2 on console, which is out now. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition on console and PC. That should be coming out in the next 2 days on April 8th. South of Midnight will be coming out on April 8th, both on Cloud PC and X and S. Following that, we got Commandos Origin on Cloud PC, Xbox X and S on the 9th. Blueprints Cloud Console, or I should say Cloud PC and Xbox X and S on the 10th. And Hunt Showdown 1896 on PC. Surprised it wasn't already. In April 15th. And in case you missed it, EA Sports College Football 25 is available now on Cloud, Xbox Series X and S. Zombie with the 14 months
Take my money.
of support. Thank you so much, Zombie. We will definitely, by the way, we have a fun raid thing coming later on with some lore context. Not gonna get crazy lore, but like lore context so people understand what's going on and why we're there, type of thing. So look forward to that. Zombie will be a part of that. Where were we over here? Oh, Asphalt Legends Unite on console and PC. And then we got some DLC updates. Dead by Daylight gets the Tokyo Ghoul update. Sea of Thieves 2025 edition. Not sure exactly what that is, but maybe you do. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Season 3. Age of Empires 4. Knights of Cross and Rose expansion. That's coming on the 8th as well. Then Xbox Ultimate perks include the First Descendant Beyond the Void bundle, Candy Crush Solitaire on mobile, the sweet starter pack, Sea of Thieves 7th Serving emote. Yeah, not sure what that is. And then as of the 15th, these titles will be leaving. We got Botany Manor, Coral Island, Harold Halibut, Homestead Arcana, Kona, Oryx Must Die 3, and Turbo Golf Racing. A lot going on this month for the Game Pass stuff. Not usually that long, to be honest. So, yeah. There you go. A lot of stuff happening there. A lot of stuff. Our next piece of news. Ironically, you guys have already started preemptively talking about it in chat. Am I late or we got 40 minutes? We got 40 minutes still. Don't worry, Snow. I always do my hour-long thing way before. You guys literally preemptively started jumping on it. So here we go. Nintendo Switch 2 will be releasing worldwide on Thursday, June 5th. The console will be available in two versions. A standalone Switch 2 console and a Switch 2 bundle, which includes the digital code for Mario Kart World. The standalone console will cost $449.99, $450 for short. The bundle version, which includes the digital version of Mario Kart World, will cost $499.99, or $500 for short. The specs on the Switch are a 7.9-inch wide-color gamut LCD screen, 1920 1080 display pixels, with VRR support. That's actually really important for you guys who don't know what that is. That is variable refresh rate. Very important. Whenever your games go from like 40 to 20 frames and drop in frameage, your screen has to make that adjustment, which is why you get frames, a framey game on your screen when you're playing. VRR support can adjust to those frames changing better. So you get less framiness. So VRR support, very important, good to have. And apparently that is up to 120 hertz. Yeah, we like that. 256 gigabyte storage is coming on this one, which I personally thought was not a lot, but Nintendo games aren't really bulky in storage space, so maybe that's not so bad. The outputs via HDMI connector is in TV mode, though, will deliver a 3840 2160 4K resolution. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's only up to 60 frames. I remember kind of having this conversation. That's not at 120 FPS. That's at 60 frames. But supports, and here's the important one, supports a 120 FPS at 1920 1080. Or, on TV mode, you can go 2560 1440 resolution. If you guys don't know what 1440 resolution is, that's kind of like your 2K, I guess you could call it. Essentially, it doesn't say anything about upscalers, but a lot of games do the 1440 and then upscale to 4K, and that's how they get the frames. I don't think the Nintendo's going to do that, but still, not bad. Can't complain. Battery life, approximately 2 to 6.5 hours, depending on game intensity. That's really not an improvement from the last console, so whatever. And depending on and then the Joy-Cons will now feature a mouse button for games that are just better with mouse. So yeah, take that for what it is. I think that's actually one of the coolest things I've seen on a handheld device. The mouse support. That's actually, I think, a really, really huge thing. So there you go. That's for the most part. AI upscaling at 4K, I bet. They didn't put out any information, and I looked everywhere, even on the Nintendo site itself, on what GPU they're using, or if there was any AI into it at all. And like, I don't think they're going to be doing that, Zombie, mainly because I think they're going to be doing native. Mainly because, like, if they were doing that, they should have advertised it, because that's actually a big thing right now. It's a very popular thing right now. So I don't think you're going to get the AI upscaling. They did say that it has ray tracing and DLSS, so it seems like we have a NVIDIA graphics card in there, but I do not think we're getting the AI. I think we're staying native, and I don't think we're going to be getting any upscaling. I don't think so. Yeah, all I know it's NVIDIA. Yeah. I mean, if it's DLSS, it's NVIDIA. That's your easiest tell. That's the easiest tell. NVIDIA uses DLSS. AMD uses FSR. And then which not many people have, but the Intel chips, they use XEMS. So, yeah, I think I said that right. I might have messed up the anagram for the Intel, but it's something like that. It's like XE something. Not many people have them. No, not many people buy the Battle Mages or whatever. That's what they call their graphics cards, uh, or at least the most recent series. So yeah, take that for what it is. Following that news, we now move on to some slightly sad news for some of you, maybe. I don't know. Narayana Johnson, aka Riverboy, composer for the Cult of the Lamb, has passed away. The Massive Monster devs, Massive Monster is the devs of Cult of the Lamb, if you guys didn't know that, of Cult of the Lamb, put out a statement that reads as, "It's with heavy and broken hearts that we have to announce that Narayana Johnson, aka Riverboy, has passed away. Take some time today to listen to Riverboy's music, including Cult of the Lamb soundtrack. It touched so many people. Please be patient with our team in this incredible, difficult time. We are a small team and we are all feeling the loss immensely. We will miss you so much. See you on the other side, Narayana. With love, Massive Monster." So, sad news. The composer's gone. I remember watching a couple people play that. The music bumped. Some good music in that game. So, yeah, kind of sad. Yeah, sad news. We get that every now and then, sadly. It's not always happy news, sadly. But this is nice news, okay? You know, let's go down and up here. We got early access release of the life simulation game Inzoi has surpassed 1 million units. Congratulations to Inzoi Studio on that. 1 million nowadays doesn't sound like a crazy amount, but for an early access release, that's pretty significant. You know, it's not in full release, and that 1 million sales kind of helps them continue to, you know, keep developing it. So that's good. Really good. Good to see that. What raid? No one tell me. Yeah, today's a special group. Today's a very specific group for today. It wasn't a call out one. Today's going to be a special group for raid. A group that I kind of handpicked to put together. And then next week will be a kind of grab bag group where we just grab whoever is available and we do whatever. We just have fun. Following that news, I personally don't have any love for this company, but I have to report on this bizarre turn of events. Like, a company that's made so much money, it hasn't delivered a functioning game, not even once yet over the freaking past years. Star Citizen crowdfunding has passed 800 million, proving once again that empty promises can be profitable. Those are my words, just saying. The crowdfunding total continues to overtake milestones. It is currently at an exact number of $800,767,429. The game also has 5,572,097 registered users. Now, before we go there, although not all of them are paid customers, many simply created the accounts just to enjoy the occasional free-to-play periods. I am guilty of that. I've done it a couple times just to see how janky their game still is. Incidentally, 2024 was the second best year for Star Citizen crowdfunding campaigns, missing their record by roughly 1 million. That is so sad to me. Considering how poorly this thing is, not barely even a game. And then they have another game that they're promising to put out. It's crazy. Dude, Star Citizen, I kind of have to do this live. I always go on a rant about this company, but it's been 12 years since this game has been freaking Okay, it's been 12 years since they've been supposedly working on this game. The actual like early release. Yeah, the actual early access where people were allowed to actually play, using the word play loosely, was 2017. This game has been playable to the public for 8 years. Essentially, if you do the math there, they've basically made $100 million and haven't delivered a functioning game to date for every year. I just find that so crazy. Oh my god. I just find that so crazy. I literally can't believe that. All right. Moving on from there before I go into full-blown rant mode. We have some more Ubisoft news. I kind of foresaw some of this happening after I reported on Ubisoft last week, what they're doing with their subsidiary. So here we go. Here's what's happened because they decided to do this subsidiary. Minority shareholder, a growing coalition of shareholders, have now issued an open letter to Ubisoft to initiate legal proceedings around the results of recently announced Ubisoft and Tencent subsidiary deal. Resolution 1 is to renegotiate the Tencent deal and have it restructured into a direct asset sale for no less than 4 billion euros, which is roughly the valuation already accepted by both Tencent and Ubisoft board. Resolution 2 would be to vote on the distribution of extraordinary dividends. It said that the following sale, if shareholders vote on it, Ubisoft shall return 23 euros per share in the cash to the shareholders, totaling in 3 billion euros, while preserving, keeping their stocks. AJ Investment says that the reason for such extreme measures is because shareholders are not sure whether they will get a significant benefit from this transaction. The proposed deal is deeply flawed, structured to bypass mandatory public offer rules, and designed to entrench control by the Gelmont family, who now holds less than 10% of the company's economic interest. Ubisoft stock has fallen 24% since the subsidiary deal was announced, which will see three of Ubisoft's most valuable IPs move to a new subsidiary. Yeah, if you guys didn't follow last week, they created a new subsidiary, and Tencent invested not 4 billion. They invested I think it was 1.3 or 1.5 billion into the subsidiary for a 25% control over it. This whole thing that's happening with Ubisoft has been like a kind of nasty thing because basically investors are saying that the Gelmont brothers, which are the people who are kind of leading the charge on Ubisoft at the moment, and Tencent are trying to do a hostile takeover. I anticipated that was going to be a problem because essentially they've essentially moved their three biggest IPs, Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, and I'm blanking on the third one. I think it's in here. Far Cry to the subsidiary and gave Tencent 25% control of it. So I had a feeling that was kind of be a problem, but at the same time it was a good thing because Ubisoft was getting 1 point something billion for it, so like it could essentially help save Ubisoft. But yeah, they're not happy about it, obviously, and now they're taking legal action on it. This is getting so messy, and it really, like, they were accusing them already of a hostile takeover, and it really looks like a hostile takeover at this point. Like, this is nasty. What's happening here? This is gonna only get messier. It's gonna be crazy how this turns out at the end, but there's a good chance Ubisoft will not be a French company when it's done. We will see. And that kind of covers our news segment. We will now jump into some trailers, which I believe you guys are usually more here for. Salvation Net just going to be... I don't know when that's going to be, man. You can't rush that. Can't rush that. Like, you, for one, Chad, are not ready for that. Like, you need to do a lot more raids before you can do Salvation's Edge. Like, you're definitely not ready for it. You need to do way more raids before you even do that one. But before we get to Destiny, as I said, we have trailers to do. So, let's jump into our first trailer of the day, which is going to be... any minute here. A game called The Fading of Nicole Wilson.
If you hate constantly...
What, after this ad, apparently.
Swarmed by ads.
Okay, here we go. The Fading of Nicole Wilson. Our first game of the trailer of the day. Excuse me, I'm hella ready. You're not, Chad. You're really not. You're really not. You need a bit more practice. Like, I don't think we have a team that, out of anyone, who's really ready for that.
You'll be my
Let me restart that. I didn't realize I had the thing muted.
Hi, this is Britt Hansen. I'm 16. I'm from a small town in Montana, and getting onto a TV show is my dream.
Welcome aboard. You'll be my paranormal field investigator while I'm stuck here at the hospital. Don't let the ghosts of the Timberline snatch you away.
All right, let's give people the show they want. Can you speak with ghosts?
Is Twitch
I
breaking?
seriously need them to stop rearranging my sock drawer.
Possibly. I'm not getting any frame
understand
droppage.
the living. The dead are way beyond my linguistic
Let me see what's going
skills.
on here.
You and me both.
It looks good on my end from a different browser.
Pretty dark in here. Let's see if we can fix that.
It might be Twitch. Twitch is twitching,
Can
possibly.
you see any footprints around?
Do ghosts leave footprints?
No, but you need to be careful of more than just ghosts.
This might be a good game for
Emily,
you, for
this
you
place
guys.
is
You know,
cursed.
like Hammer,
I can't stay here.
Zombie. I
One
know
more
Zombie
minute.
plays these
What
games
is it?
sometimes.
Come on.
I can't follow anyone
There's a
new,
case
and I
that
can
makes you,
claim any
and a
Twitch
case
drops.
that breaks you. This one
Maybe you should try logging in and
did
out.
both.
Let me see here, because I don't think I have that problem.
The Amateur in IMAX. The Amateur demands to be seen on the biggest
I can look at
screen
all my
possible.
stuff.
You held a gun to my wife's head.
Anyway, moving on from the Amateur there. It's a weird name for a movie. Our next game.
Brought to you by Rogue.
Is this not working? Our next game is a game called RoboCop. Jesus, what was that? RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. An update. DLC update.
There were too many. And their weapons. So many good
I
officers.
think I had a stroke there. Yes, the Chad game finally. Have you played this yet, Chad? I mean, I imagine you probably own it. Like, it's pretty good.
Executioners?
What do you think, Murphy?
You have? Okay. This seems like your type of game, really, too, because, like, it's very brute force.
Or there will be trouble.
You know, it's not really like a fast-paced shooter. It's like you're straight up brute forcing everything.
You're going down.
Trouble then.
Yeah, there we go. Following that game, we have another one. Another one right up the Hammer Pants alley for all you spoopy people. I would love to see Snow play some of these spoopy games. I'm going to be honest with you, if you're still there, Snow. You have some good reactions to some scary stuff. Here is a game called The Mound, Omen of Cthulhu.
I hope this will be our last journey and bring us richness and freedom. But what's the value of human freedom if it's to face hell? This way.
I hate motion blur. And I hate trailers that have motion blur in it. The one thing I do like about this trailer, though, is like, this is all in-game. This is actual in-engine. You could tell because of how bad the freaking motion blur is.
Why did you shoot? Why did you shoot him? Praise the Lord's name. There's another one.
Yeah, I got this.
Where are you?
Coming.
It's here.
Whoa, what is this thing?
Oh, no.
I scared me.
I'm sure they're about to attack.
What the hell? Yeah, crazy.
The dialogue is so bad. Like, they really could have done this without the dialogue.
Where are you? Oh, not again. I can't hear it.
What did you do to him?
Ah, sorry.
The gameplay dialogue is so bad. There you go. Alright. Next game. What game is this? I get the feeling that's probably like a co-op adventure game. I don't think it's survival, just because they didn't show any kind of like survival mechanics as far as like building and stuff. So I don't think it's a survival game. I think it's just like a 4-person adventure game. It might even be like an arena type game where like 4 people come in, they play, they have a good time, and then they pop out. Kind of like Trials Outlast. Following that news, we have a game called Styx, Blades of Greed, which will be starting now.
I bet you think I'm here for the gold and jewels, right? Well, you'd be dead wrong. I'm here for the quartz. It's okay. I got you, pal. We're gonna do big things together. Just you and me.
Search everywhere!
Those dirty Inquisition f***ers are like cockroaches. Always in the wrong place. So, it looks like I get to do a little pest control.
Kill that green bastard!
You guys need to slow down. Keep them coming! I got him! Just remember, kids, it's not about doing it. It's about getting away with it.
I never played the Styx series, but I know it has a pretty good niche following.
I never felt anything like this before. I love love it.
Yeah. He loves it. Alright. Next trailer is a game called Forever Winter. Brute Force Stealth Type. Maybe that one. There seem to be a bunch of powers that you can use. I'm really curious about this one because, like, I can't tell if this is open world or not. The map seems so big. It does give me like some GTFO vibes, but I don't know. Looks like a mech game, sort of. It kind of reminds me almost like a Terminator style type game. Like there's robots, there's mechs, there's people. It's post-apocalyptic on top of it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely curious of what's going on here. Oh, and then there's that. Like, seemed like kind of like almost zombie-like. Yeah. Like, this game seems to have a lot of things from, like, other games. Which is just interesting to me. Blue? Oh, are you guys finished for the day? How far did you guys get in, Split Fiction? Michael! Oh my god, both these. I was a wiener. Is that how far you guys got?
Oh my god, those are the stilettos I wanted!
Sorry, Essie.
There's stilettos here!
Oh my goodness.
There's stilettos
Oh my
here!
god, thank you for the raid, guys. I appreciate it. We are in the middle of our trailers from our news and trailer session.
Scare, no scare, no scare, no scare. No scare, no scare, no scare.
You turned into a hot dog. Okay, so that's as far as you guys got. Okay, okay. You guys are making good progress.
Oh, that one got me so good. It got me too.
I know that was one of your favorite parts too, but there's I'm gonna let you guys know there's a lot cooler stuff coming your way. So yeah, can't wait to see what you guys get up to on your next session. Do you guys know when will be your next session? And by the way, if you guys have to raid and run, do your after stream care stuff by all means. Do your thing. Our next trailer for the lovely people who just came in is gonna be a game called Food Wagon. Kind of a cozy little game for people who like cozy games. Yeah. Currently at a 7-game. Well, thank you for the streak, Blue. It's always a pleasure having you here. We have to figure that part out. I like that emote. Yeah, you guys gotta keep it going. It gets better. It just gets better. The nice thing about that game is I can honestly say it gets better and better as you progress it. Like, it's so good. The pig was like, oh my god. And this is gonna be great for you too, Michael, because you're going in super blind. So you're not gonna see any of the stuff coming. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It's a really good game. Sorry, remember this game had to be punched. It's for the cozy people, not for you, Chad. It's the cozy game for the cozy people. We gotta have a mixture of things. You can't just have brute murdering games constantly. I will start the Destiny Poo thing soon. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Alright, our next game. Our next game is a game called... I actually want to go back to the first one of this game, but here's the second iteration of that game. Here is Wizards of Legend 2. I need to go back to the first one. They've done a lot of updating since then. I played it, and I did beat it at the time, but they've added a lot more to it, so I kind of do want to go back to the first one and do all that.
Mastering your arcana will be key to triumphing over the trials.
This, by the way, was like
Elements of arcana each hold
the
their
hot
own unique
roguelike
style.
before Hades
Water is
became a thing.
balanced between offense and defense.
This
Lightning
title.
arcana hit lightly, but quickly.
They're the ones who kind of got it down before Hades did, and then Hades came out and like was like huge. But sadly, this one never got as popular as Hades.
Relics are mementos of great wizards of old.
Is it? Is this like Hades? It's more like Hades is like this game. But yes, if you're asking if they're similar, yes, they are.
Continue to persevere, and your burgeoning powers will grow.
Now you're firing on all cylinders.
What a breathtaking display of power. Oh.
Guess you weren't as invincible as you thought.
The apparatus can make all kinds of changes to the trials.
Potions aren't free.
Each cloud's got magic to make wizards mightier.
Time for the two of you to tango. Yeah, okay. You have friends. You can stop showing off.
Oh, you talking about the cozy game? The cozy game was Food Wagon.
Supposed to be every wizard for themselves.
Super cozy.
Put your capabilities to the test.
You bring the thunder, I'll bring the lightning.
This elemental looks down to earth.
Jabara, the Witch of the Sands.
Oh, they were using a couple of the bosses from the first game.
Prove yourself.
This game has a completely different graphic style. I don't know how I feel about it, I'll be honest with you. Because the first game was a bit more art drawn. And this is a bit more like 3D-ish is what they're trying to do. I think I like the art drawn a little bit better. Yeah, it's alright. They're trying something new, and that's cool. It's cool, as always. The next game. It's a game called Threads of Time.
Welcome to Threads of Time, the time-traveling RPG that made waves at Tokyo Game Show last year.
The co-op. Chad. Sort of.
The team behind Threads of
First game is a couch co-op, so you can do Steam remote play.
Who spent countless after-school hours.
This new one that there is an actual co-op.
Chrono Trigger and Final
I've
Fantasy.
done the remote play with Fader a little bit. We didn't get very far. It's a little rough. It's not like great. Like you need a good internet connection on both sides.
To the eternally memorable soundtrack.
If you like JRPG style
team is on an adventure
games with the combat, this game looks gorgeous, honestly. Like
today, the team is excited to announce a fresh face joining the Threads of Time.
this looks cute, right? Like it looks so good. Look at the combat. That right there is the the combat
Except
screen.
They may have bitten off more than they can chew.
Like,
So
it looks
before we go,
so good in the
please
combat
wish list
screen.
Threads of Time, and thank you for watching.
That looks good. Like, it's a very pretty pixelated looking game. I'm gonna do the mission request to join you guys. Yeah, no problem. Although today is a hand selected group, Blue, but next week for sure. Next week will be a pickup group, so we'll definitely have you then. But for this weekend, it's a hand selected group. We're doing the lore thing. Is it Crota? No, we're going straight to the Destiny 2 raids. We're skipping the Destiny 1 raids. Destiny 1 raids are better for like newer players who don't have the DLCs. So we're going straight to the Destiny 2 raids. Yeah, that's what we're gonna end up doing. Our next game is called Shadowverse Worlds Beyond.
My name is Drytzen. Tell me more.
By the way, if you like,
We're allies. We fight together.
if you like,
No one can change.
what's the Hearthstone? This might be a game for you. What class do I recommend?
I only wish to atone.
It depends on your playstyle, Blue. Titans are very bulky, very charge-in type of class. Easy to play, personally, I feel, out of all the classes. Warlocks, I feel like, are a bit more difficult to play as far as like moving around because the jumping is different. They have a lot of ad clear potential and support capabilities. And they're strong too. And then your hunters are more of like your precision, utility, fast-paced movement type of class.
This might hurt.
So, really depends what you feel like you're more comfortable with. You know? Like, the easiest out of all of them, I feel like, would be the Titans. They're the closest thing to, I guess, your Master Chief. In a way. If you want to save Nurbo, play Titans. Choose Warlock. Yeah, go ahead. Just a heads up, the Warlock jump is a little bit unique compared to the other ones. So, like, it does take a little bit of practice sometimes to really master it. You can ask a Zombie about that. Zombie can do it, but he's seen it a couple times. Sometimes you just fall a little bit short. It's the hardest jump to master out of all of them. Because it's unique. It's very different compared to all the other ones. It's unique to probably any game you've ever played, because the jumping is not like any other game on a Warlock. Next game is a game called Power Wash Simulator 2. I actually saw Blue play in the first one earlier this week. Playing on easy mode. Titan easy. Psst. You know that's true, Cooch. It's the easiest to approach. It's the closest thing to your Master Chief, and you know that's true. You know that's true. Titan is like your Master Chief Halo playthrough, and then like Hunters are more like your Call of Duty cracked gameplay where you're diving all over the place. Moving around all over the place. And then Warlocks are kind of like your in-between. Space magic wizard people. Have support capabilities. Easy to approach, yeah. Mastering and protecting everyone. Yeah, I didn't say master. I said easiest to play. You know what's the hardest thing that most people have with Warlock that they struggle with the most with, Cooge? Is jumping. I kid you not, I've been with many first-time Warlocks, and just doing the first mission, they will die over and over and over, just trying to get the freaking rain, the arc gun. What is it called? Is it Rainmaker? Forget what it's called, but there's like a whole like little jumping thing. Like Warlock has the hardest to master jump, which makes it a little bit more complicated, but it, in my opinion, it has the most versatility because you can play both a support role and a damage role at the same time. So like, that's kind of nice. That's why I personally think it's a superior class, but it is what it is. You know, non-biased here. Our next game is Pipstrillo and the Cursed Yo-Yo. No Hunter has a difficult jump? Not really. Hunter is just like a Mario jump. You have your double jump, your triple jump. That's kind of it. It's just jumping. It's your Super Mario jumping, essentially. Oh, you had to power wash me. Warlock is easy for jump. It's literally hovering. You say that until you actually play as a Warlock. It's really not that simple. This thing takes up a lot of internet, apparently. I don't think it takes any more than any other game. Maybe if you're comparing it to some of the indie games you play, because I know you play like Sketches Contract, stuff like that. Yeah, it gets a little bit heavier. I don't think it takes anything more than like your typical online games like Fortnite and stuff like that. Give it. I've never looked at the statistics on that, but I've never felt that way. Alright. That's a cool little indie game, by the way. Oh, we might have time for like one or two more. So here we go. Our next one is Ardent Fall.
Get CS2 skins gift
that
card.
is not what I want to do. Goddamn ads. There we go. I played out there. I think Hunter Jump was the hard to time. Titan, but I did Hunter and Warlock as well. I could see that. Like, if you're not into a lot of first-person platformers, I could see that being a little annoying. Because, like, they're just jumping. They're just doing the Mario jump. Where, like, Titans have more, like, rocket boots. So they kind of, like, propel themselves like a brick. And, like I said, the Warlock jump is personally, in my opinion, the best jump. You could literally go wherever you want to go with the Warlock jump. But it is the hardest to master because it's not a normal jump. It's a momentum-based jump. And a lot of people struggle with that. Personally, best jump. I 100% agree with that. If anyone wants to tell me what's the best jump in the game, it's the Warlock jump. Best jump, for sure. But not the easiest to master. Really not. A lot of people struggle with it. And I'm also going to point this out. In the event that you get booped, it's the worst jump to try and save you from because it's momentum based. If you try to use the jump to save you, you're just going to keep going in that direction. So it's not going to save you. That is the problem with momentum jumps. Like, when you get knocked, you can't save yourself. You just keep going in that direction. But personally, the best one out of all of them, I feel.
If you could reimagine.
Alright, we got time for one more, then we got to group up here. So, let's see here. Our last trailer of the day is going to be a game called Silent Hill F. It's the Japanese trailer, unfortunately, but that's okay. I could not find the English one. Michael, you played as well. Ho ho. Are we maybe gonna get a Michael and Lucifer raid eventually? I'm so ready for F. Have you finished? I know you were in the middle of it. I think you were close to the end last time I checked. Have you finished Silent Hill 2 remake? Does it have remake in the title? I forget now. Did they run out of numbers? Probably not. You know what I'm guessing, Blue? Because of like how long it's been, they're probably just trying to kind of reboot it, and they decided to just go with a letter. It's probably what they're trying to do. Because like the other thing is, we've never had a Silent Hill in the Japanese setting either, and this is a Japanese setting too. Yeah, I know it's a new game. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, instead of them like continuing where they like sort of left off, I think they're just trying to reboot it, different scenery, different everything. I don't think I got a good ending.
Lucifer says, "Hear ye, hear ye. Silent Hill ran out of numbers, so they gave it an F."
Fungus or flower? Maybe. We have very little information about this game besides this one reveal trailer that they did. So I could believe that. Different Silent Hill. Oh, totally. Yeah, this could also be a spin-off game. Who knows? Maybe they're not considering this part of the main line. Although, if it's for a spin-off game, it looks really good. Or failure. I don't know. It looks good to me. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this one's gonna be bad. I just think you're gonna get a lot of like Japanese references that maybe we may or may not get at the moment. Yeah, it keeps kicking me out, Nurbo. My connection's weak. Weird. That is weird, because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, Snow has internet problems all the time, and she runs the game fine. Ugh! Gross! Yep, that is Silent Hill F. Alright, with that, I think we need to jump on Destiny 2, meet up with everybody, maybe send a message to everyone, let them know that we're getting together.